Well, hi friends, and welcome back. And if you're new and you like quick, easy, budget-friendly DIYs, then you should definitely hit the subscribe button because I have some great DIYs that I'm doing today that are Christmas trees that are quick and easy. The first one is a feather Christmas tree. Guys, I have these old cones that I got from the Dollar Tree last year. I removed the tinsel and so I'll have the plastic frame, and that's what I'm going to be using. I have 3 of them. I didn't want to throw them away, so I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue those together to give it some height. Next, I'm going to get this white souter feather trim. I could put this in the description bar below if you don't have any. I got this new one, but I'm going to use one from an old wreath from last year. So when you use this, make sure that you watch the weft of the way it's going, where the feathers are up instead of down, like convex instead of concave. And I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue it to the bottom. Just make sure that you're covering the bottom where the plastic would show, and you're just going to spin it and keep hot gluing it. And guys, this took about 3 minutes. When I get to the very top, what I'm going to do is just make sure that I cut off the end and clip it, and I'm going to take a few of those extra free feathers that I'm going to pull off the trim just to cover up the top. And guys, this is the quickest, easiest. I love it. This tree is so cute. Now, I didn't trim it out right now, but I went back and trimmed it out later on. But I love the way this turned out, guys. It's so cute. For my next DIY I'm going to be doing, it's going to be a spoon Christmas tree. And this one is so inexpensive. I got these from the party area in the Dollar Tree. And I just went ahead and just snapped them in half so I can separate the spoon handle from the spoon. Took them outside and spray painted them down basically with some Rust-Oleum. I think it was copper color. I'll put in the description bar below, but I love the way they turned out. Now this tree is going to be quick and simple also. All you need is a glue gun, and I'm just going to start glue gunning these onto the bottom just to cover up the bottom again, but just make sure they're not too low so the cone does sit flat. And these cones I got from Michael's last year for only 77 cents for like 5 of them at a clearance. And you're just going to go around in a circle, just making sure that when you do apply them, that where the handle ends and begins, that's what you want flat. You don't want that sticking up. So just make sure that you keep that in mind when you're hot gluing these to the cone. And you're just going to do that. And when you get the first circle, you're just going to go back with some more. But when you go ahead and apply it, make sure once again that it's flat where the handle meets. And you're going to go in between the first 2, so that way you're basically covering up the cardboard cone. And this is what it will look like. When you get to the top, you're just going to need 3 to cover the top to give it a nice, neat appearance. But as you can see, it does look like a lovely tree. So you're just going to take where the handle ends and begins and just glue those together. Cover that last piece up, and I'm going to show you how it goes. See? So simple and easy, and I love the way this tree looks. This tree can last for years, and it's transitional for any kind of decor. It can go with glam, it can go with rustic, it can go with boho, it can go with farmhouse, and I absolutely love this tree. And guys, this is only 2.5 packs. I got 3 packs. I only used 2.5. Love this tree. I hope you guys do too. So for my third tree that I made for this year, it's a buffalo check Christmas tree. This was a really quick, easy one. I took the same cardstock that I used to, yeah, I don't waste anything, to spray paint those spoons, and I just hot glued it together and made a quick cone. Now, I know you guys saw these hats in the Dollar Tree this year, really cute buffalo check. So all I did was cut off the fur trim and I pulled off the pom-pom, and I'm gonna go ahead and measure that against the cone I made to make sure that I just cut the cone down to size. And when I cut and trimmed this, I just made sure that it laid flat or stood flat. So just trimmed it until it got to that point. And I'm just measuring it against the cone because I want to be able to just fold it under. Now I'm just going to cut it and get rid of the excess material so it's not bulky, and just hot glue it. And really, guys, it's that simple. Now I'm just going to go with the hot glue and just go ahead and fold that under to give it a really neat, clean look. so it's all trimmed out, and I like the way it looks. So I have this really old stars that I had from a previous DIY I did. I didn't want to throw them away, so I'm going to get some of this old dark Addie Sloan's soft wax that you see me using all the time, and I'm just going to age them out. And guys, I'm not even going to cover up the holes because I really want it to look like a really old heirloom piece. And I'm going to leave the holes in. Of course, you guys don't have to do that. So for the two, I actually cut one in half, so I'm going to hot glue those together to give it like a 3D look for the star. And I'm going to wrap a little bit of twine around the top of it where you saw where I pulled off that pom-pom, just to cover that up. And then I'm going to hot glue on the star. And like I said, you don't have to leave it looking all with the holes in it, but I just love the way it looks. And I think this turned out great. And this was such a quick, easy DIY also, and that's what we're going for. Quick, easy, budget friendly, and this one was actually $1 to do. All I paid for was the hat. For the last DIY, it is a ribbon tree DIY. This is so cute, guys. So I got this buffalo check ribbon from the Dollar General. I didn't get it from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree's buffalo check had like a shiny sheen to it. And I cut it in strips, and I also cut this burlap in strips also, the same size. I'm going to use one of those same cardboard cones from Michael's, and I'm going to fold these over and make them into loops. I'm just going to put a little dab of hot glue on it to hold the loop in place, and then I'm going to hot glue that onto the actual cone, just making sure that I'm covering up the bottom and making sure that it's a loop that is not flat. So make sure that you only put a little bit of the hot glue, and I'm going to repeat this process until I get it a full circle. And like I said, you just want to make sure that it's full loops. That's what's going to give it the look. See how pretty that is? And that's what you want to have. That's what it should look like. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adding my burlap. It's going to be the same process of applying a little bit of hot glue. And when I go back, I'm just going to go in between the middle like I did with the spoon tree, just to make sure that you're getting full coverage. And it's just going to be so pretty. Just make sure that once again, it's not flat. And I chose to go with 2 buffalo checks and then 1 burlap, just to give it some symmetry basically, and that's what it'll look like. Now guys, you're gonna be mad at me because I lost the footage. My camera battery died when I finished the very tip of this, but guys, I'm gonna give you a close-up of what it looks like at the top. I just folded over and hot glued it over the top of it, so that way you'll have an idea of how to complete this. So guys, I hope you like these tree DIYs. I love these. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. And guys, if you want to see more DIYs like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also please hit the bell for notifications. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day, guys. Love you guys. See you soon.